back to my channel Gabbabetic. Today's video is a travel vlog. We're gonna go to the UK's smallest town, Fordwich. It's actually not too far from where I live in the UK, so that's why we're gonna drive there today. The only other travel vlog I did in the UK was when I visited Pluckley, which is the UK's most haunted town, and that was really fun. I did that at Halloween last year, so I'll link that down below if you haven't seen that. So Fordwich is in the southeast of England. It's actually in Kent, and it's had the status of the smallest town for a while now. It has 381 inhabitants as of 2011. There's a 2021 census going to come out soon. I couldn't find it online, but we'll see if that will keep the same status as smallest town or if the population will increase. And the population from 2001 to 2011 has only increased by 30 people, so maybe they will keep the smallest town status. We'll see. So Fordwich is located along the River Stour, which is actually the river that goes through Canterbury, and this is kind of where the town developed. It developed as a port for Canterbury, and its name means a settlement by a ford. Yeah, we're gonna go to Fordwich, have a little trip planned on the Stour, which will be really nice. We'll see what else there is in Fordwich as the UK's smallest town. Gonna get some really nice gluten-free food, and obviously gonna manage the diabetes with my CGM and carb counting and everything like that. So I hope you liked the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, and if this is your first time to the channel, let me just say I do lots of type 1 diabetes videos and celiac videos, but I also like to do some vlogs like this and some travel things, so I'm really excited to show you that. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel too. Let's go to Fordwich! So this is the River Stour, and it looks really peaceful and good. So we're gonna go and actually go on a canoe down here, lol, and we'll show you the whole thing. So this is the bridge to cross over. Gotta go really quick because it's so small. There's the other side of the Stour, the river that Fordwich is on. So let's run across. So here it is, Britain's smallest town, and I just ran over the bridge now, so we're gonna go back and go inside it. But actually what we're gonna do now, like I just said, is we're gonna go and get on a canoe and go down the river here, the Stour that I was showing you a minute ago, and show you the whole length of Fordwich along the river. I've never done it before. Also, I'm terrible at canoes, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to bring a bag on the river for the canoe, so I have my 2 packets of tablets, and the blood sugar is 6.8, so that's really good. So hopefully I won't go low when I'm canoeing, because that will be bad. Stour. I luckily have someone to push my boat behind me, but I'll show you the view now. This is so peaceful, even though I'm about to hit into the bank, but let's hope that my person controlling behind me can keep it going. But this is the River Stour, so this is the river that Fordwich was built on. But like I said, it was a port for Canterbury. If we kept going down this river, we would go all the way to a place called Grove Ferry, but we're not going to go that far. We're just going to do a little paddle around Fordwich, get a little bit of a view for the smallest town, and yeah, keep going. This is my first time in a kayak ever, so I'm excited. And I did read online that they brought the stone that built Canterbury Cathedral down on this river, the River Stour, through Fordwich and then all the way to Canterbury. So it is pretty famous, this River Stour, and it's a really nice day, and I'm really happy. So let's just canoe along and see Fordwich. Hello everybody, my blood sugar is good. Here is my sensor. It's an Easter one because it's actually Easter Sunday, and it's really nice here out on the River Stour, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're at the turning point now. We could keep going left, but we're going to turn back and go right back towards Fordwich. Here is the map that they gave you. So we started off at the George and Dragon. If you kept going, you'd go on to the other pub in Fordwich. There's only 2. There's the George and Dragon and the Fordwich Arms. And then you can keep going on to a place called Grove Ferry. But because this is a Fordwich video, just going to focus on that. Going to flow here for a minute and then going to kayak back into the town of Fordwich and show as you can see, I got a bit soaked, so I'm going to walk in the sun and dry off. But my blood sugar is 4.6, which is really good because I was afraid it would drop as well when we were doing the kayak. Also, I really loved the kayak. I've never done it before, but it was really fun. And the Stour, the river that runs through Fordwich, is really nice to go and kayak along. But now I need to dry off. So we're going to go take a little walk around Fordwich and see what else is there. Okay, so there's the sign. We're walking back into the town across the bridge. Here we go quick. Where they speed up. So this is the George and Dragon. We'll be in there later getting some gluten-free food, and it's one of the two pubs here. The other one is the Fordwich Arms, and I think this was built in like 1500s, so it is pretty old, but they do a really good gluten-free menu. That's the first thing you see when you walk into the town, so let's keep going and see what else there is. And the main saint of Fordwich is Saint Augustine. I actually read that in the church they think the remains of Saint Augustine are actually buried there in the Fordwich stone, if you want to have a read about that. But yeah, this is the saint associated with Fordwich. Let's go towards the town hall. Actually, just on the way to the town hall, this is the Watergate house, which I believe was like the manor house back in the day, so where the Lord and Lady lived of Fordwich. There is a sign up on the house that says the names. It says pioneers and explorers of Australia lived here. So interesting, but we must be near the town hall and the church because this Watergate house is definitely like the manor house. So just past the Watergate house then is the Fordwich Arms, which is the other pub of Fordwich. Like I said, there's only two. We're going to go to the George and Dragon in a while, but I think this is it here. And there's the sign for it, and I'm guessing this is the church in the background too. Everything I guess is pretty close together because here is the town hall, this building here. We'll have a closer look in a second, but this says Fordwich Town, so this is the town hall. Don't know if it's open at the moment, but the building looks really cool. Here's the Fordwich Arms on the other side, but oh my god, the building looks so cool, that pattern. Here's a little sign about it. It says Fordwich Town Hall is a 16th century town hall and welcomes all visitors. So the pattern is really cool though of the building. I've never seen a building with that colour. And the town hall is located, there's some boats along here, but right on the river as well. That's the Stour that we are canoeing on, but it is located right on here. I don't think we can actually go in today because I think it is closed, but yeah, basically this is the town hall, the centre of the village. Back in the day, everything is pretty close. Like we got the town hall here, and then we got the Fordwich pub, the Fordwich Arms right over here, so, and the Watergate house right beside it too, so everything pretty centre. I think we're right in the centre of Fordwich. Alright, that was the town hall in Fordwich Arms. Let's go and take a look at this church over here. I can't remember the name, so we'll go have a look and see if it's open. Could be our lucky day. It does say that it's open, so I'm gonna go and take a look inside, see what is going on. So this is the church of St. Mary's, which is the church in Fordwich, and this is actually where I read that the Fordwich stone is, and that was the remains of St. Augustine were found in here. We'll go and have a look inside. Okay, so here's inside the church, which is the St. Mary the Virgin Church. As you can see, it's very old inside. So this church is redundant, meaning that it's open to the public, but it's not used to practice in or worship in. But you can see it is extremely old style inside. It's actually from the 17th century. So the fittings and the wall paintings, I believe, are from the 17th century. So that's why the church is being conserved at the moment, and it's not being used as an actual church. Took a little walk around. Everything was just very old. Lots of Bibles. You can see the really interesting like carvings on this wooden frame here, and the altar and the organs and all of the wall paintings. So, and more of the altar here with the stained glass windows. So yeah, it's just a really old church inside. But like I said, this is where the Fordwich stone is believed to be, which are the remains of St. Augustine. And here's a picture of the Last Supper. So that is the Church of St. Mary's, and it is not a working church, but you can go inside and visit and see, read all about it and St. Augustine. And yeah, this is outside it, and this is the kind of style of the houses that are in the town. They're all kind of like, there's some new ones, but there's some like old historical ones, like medieval looking like this. So yeah, that was the church and the town hall and the pub. There is the high street, so we'll go take a look at that and see what's around there. So this way up is the high street, but actually on the corner there is this house here, and it's the house of Alfred Palmer, it says, who is the founder of the East Kent Art Society. Looks pretty cool. I like the design along the house, but it is really cool looking. Let's walk further in. One of the houses looks really interesting here. I hope you can see it with the sun, but the top of it there is like a really Kent looking roof. I don't know what it's called. If you do, let me know in the comments down below, but it's really typical of Kent. And you can see more of that medieval style house along here, but also some like new style houses on the left too. So it's very mixed, but there are 381 people living here, so I guess there are some new and some old. Okay, I walked like all the way up the high street, but I don't think there is much of a high street, it's just houses. And there's a little sign in there that says Fordwich smallest town as well. But yeah, that's the top of the high street, and I'm getting hungry now, so I think we should head back and go and check out the George and Dragon, which is one of the oldest pubs here, built in 1544 I think, and get some gluten-free food. This is the inside of the George and Dragon, where we were just sitting when we were waiting for our table to be ready. I love the way it looks with all of the wood. It feels like this is how it would look back in the day in the 1500s. There's me, lol. Here's how it looked at our table, so a bit fancier, but still it has like the wooden beam, so it does really stay true to the theme. And wait till I show you the gluten-free menu. They had so much on the menu: starters, nipples, mains, puddings, ice creams, hot drinks and a pudding. There was so much to choose from. So all gluten-free. We got the barbecue chicken wings, which look really good, and then my favorite halloumi fries. So yum. This is my boyfriend's main. It's not gluten-free, but I wanted to show you the Yorkshire pudding because it looks crazy. It's so big. And here is my food, all gluten-free of course. A gluten-free steak and ale pie, which is really cool. Mashed potato, carrots, veg, and gluten-free gravy. Like, look at that. Taking my insulin, I guesstimated 7 units. It's really hard sometimes with the carbs, but I decided that I would just go for 7 units. So this is me injecting it here. So that was the George and Dragon. The food there was really good, and you saw that they had a really good gluten-free menu as well. It didn't stay for dessert because I'm actually so full, and hopefully my blood sugar will be fine. I had to guesstimate the carbs like always, because it's hard to know how much carbohydrates are in the food when you can't weigh it or anything like that, but I think my blood sugar will be okay. I had a really good time in Fordwich, and I would definitely recommend, like, if you're in the UK and you could do a day trip, to come here, because you can do the canoes, you can walk around the town, and then you can sit out and have some food in the George and Dragon or in the Fordwich Arms, whichever you prefer. It is true to its name. It is a pretty small town. Like, we saw the centre, which was the town hall, the pub and the church. Everything else besides that is just houses, new and old, and then the river. The river is probably for me the best part, especially if you get the canoes and go down it. But even if you walk it, like, we walked a bit, and it was still really nice to go along there. So yeah, overall I would say definitely worth a trip to the UK's smallest town, Fordwich, if you can. I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked seeing me do a little bit of a travel vlog. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Hopefully lots more travel vlogs in the summer. I'm really excited for that, and I hope you will like them too. So if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, click subscribe to the channel, and I will see you for many more videos.